All right, what's up, everybody? This is going to be a tier. This is the tier list that I have for Rainbow Six Siege. I already made it because I want to make this a little bit short. I want to kind of make this an interactive thing where y'all comment and say like what y'all disagree with and stuff, and I'll try and comment back, and we can like make a discussion like it's a Reddit post or something. But I want to make this a discussion. I already not posted. I already made it, as you can see, and I'm just going to talk about things I think are going to be asked, so I can just go ahead and say that now. So let's go ahead and start. S tier. Obvious, Ace is really good. I think Zero is really good. Anybody that can get intel for their team, I think is generally going to be good. Same thing with Jackal. Izanami can just straight up change the topography of a map, which I think is good. Ashe. We are in a trapper meta right now, and people aren't using Ashe correctly. If you shoot, like if there's a doorway, shoot right underneath the doorway, and then you'll get everything there, be it barbed wire, be it a frost trap, Kapkan traps, proximity mine, and you get the door. So it's just stop shooting the door. Get right underneath it. You'll take care of all of that. So I don't think people are realizing that. Just go ahead and do that. Fenrir, good. Wamai is really good. He's a better version of Jaeger, in my opinion. That's why Jaeger is where he is, because Wamai exists now. Ying is just flashes. Warden, I have a bit of a preference to Warden. It's just like he's just full of swagger, and the way he runs, he frags. That's all he's useful for. He doesn't care about anything getting. There's no utility for his team. It's just like, I'm gonna go do me, get some kills. Good luck. That's why I like him. I put him in S tier personally. One thing I think is gonna be a shocker here though is the Tachanka pick. Wow. That's not actually a meme. I really think Tachanka is one of the. I think he's the best crowd control for defense in this game right now. People still use smoke. They still say smoke's good. I think in every way that smoke is, Tachanka is currently better in, except for one. Smoke throws his smoke, and it is a visual. It visually impairs the attackers, which is the only thing smoke has currently on Tachanka. I think Tachanka is better in every other way. Has a huge LMG that takes out soft walls very easily, so there's no point in having smoke with a shotgun. Like, Tachanka can do it, and he has a lot of ammo to do it too. High damage. Tachanka's actually, like, super underrated right now. He's legitimately very, very, very good. So, just shouting him out real quick. I think that addresses S tier pretty nicely. Mira, Lesion, very good defenders. If you can have sight on somebody and they can't, I mean, that's going to give defense a huge edge. Yeah. A tier. A tier is also very good, like S tier. It's just like S tier is a little bit more useful in every single game. A tier, the thing about Aruni, her gadgets and everything is good. Her melee is really good. I just dislike her primaries. That's the only reason why she's not S tier, is because I think her primaries are ass. Maluzi's very good. Everybody here is very good. Kapkan's being used a lot. His traps are very good. He has a lot of them. Dokkaebi, again, the only reason why Dokkaebi is an S tier is because I think her primaries are bad. I play on Xbox, by the way. That might explain it more. I think DMRs are they're just not good on Xbox. On PC, it might be a different story. Brava is currently A tier because Kapkan's useful, because like Legion's useful. So Brava, if the trappers or like some of these people go away, then Brava will probably drop. Buck is one of the best soft breachers right now. Echo is another really underrated character. Very good primary. The Echo drone's obviously really good. Maverick is really good, but the reason he's not S tier is because for a hard breacher, it's really actually difficult for him to make a hole in a hard breach. It's kind of like it's kind of funny, honestly. Thatcher isn't S tier because EMP grenades were introduced, so it kind of just made him fall off a little bit. He's still very useful. I'd use still Thatcher over most people that have EMP grenades. Ram is another soft breach that's really good for vertical play, just like Buck, but Buck's just a bit better. But she still has the R4C, which is a really good gun. B, Castle is in B tier purely because he can he's always going to be a detriment either to your team or their team. That's the only reason he's B tier. If you're really good at Castle, he's going to probably be like A tier. If he's on certain maps, he's going to be S tier. But also, same thing on some maps with bad players, F tier or D tier. So that's why he's there. Bandit is here purely because Cade exists. Now that Cade exists, Bandit's kind of like, eh. You can still try and Bandit trick, I guess. That's the only thing that's going to make him great in a round. Frost traps. Frost is being used a lot nowadays because this is a trapping meta, and people are getting caught by it a lot. But because people are getting caught by it a lot, people are going to start checking it a lot more, and then eventually it's going to settle back down to where Frost isn't being picked a lot. So that's why I'm putting her B tier. Iana, people would put Iana on like S tier or A tier. I can understand it, but not great. She's an intel gathering character, which, like I said, are very good generally. The thing about her thing is that she creates it, but if you just shoot it once, it's gone. So it's not fantastic. So if someone's holding a pixel peak or something or an angle, the moment you step in there, it's gone. So it's not great. You just have like a general idea of where it is, and then you can't really challenge it well. She's fine, but you can do better. Jaeger again there because Maya exists. Montaigne is fine. The shield operators did get a huge buff. That's why they're in A tier and B tier. But you'll always find like Blitz being better than Montaigne. That's just a common thing. Mozzie is fine. Stealing drones is very useful. Mute's fine. He's fine. Nomad's fine. Pulse is fine. Rook's fine. Sins is fine. Smoke, again, I think Tachanka's way better at what Smoke does, so Smoke went down and Tachanka went up. Solace, I think, is going to be a big one, though. Solace is in B tier purely because it's only in the higher ranks that you see Solace being good, because in the higher ranks, people are able to put drones in places that are very useful to them, and Solace can find them very easily. Most ranks, though, you won't be seeing that type of playing, and so Solace isn't actually useful. So my advice to anyone playing at like a platinum and below level, stop banning Solace and ban somebody else. That's my advice. Also, her guns aren't even that good, so it's not like she's a huge fragger either. Thermite, ever since Hard Breach was invented, hard breaching from Thermite isn't as useful. He can make a hole that's a lot bigger, yes. But with that said, it's not that big of a deal, honestly. If you can hard breach into somewhere, clear it out, then you can hop in. It's fine. Making a huge hole isn't that big. Whatever his name is, I'm going to call him Turd. I think he's fine. Being able to stall is good for a hard breach. Just waste time, basically. Again, DMR or the MPX. I think the MPX is fine. It's really easy to control its recoil, so you can get a headshot easy. But people don't use it often. People are mostly using the DMR. Again, I play on Xbox, and DMR is not fantastic. That's why he's there. Alright, so everyone C and below, I feel like just are either outclassed by everybody above them or just aren't good. So, like, Doc, if you're playing in a match where people can't actually kill you off, then odds are they're not the best, and odds are you can just try and outfrag them. Like, there's no point in trying to heal in a game where one-shot headshot exists. Like, there's no like great point. It's going to be rare to see it. And then Thunderbird is worse because she can also heal the enemy. So I mean, Ella is only here purely because her primary needs to be buffed bad. Sledge exists right here because Buck exists. So Thorn is just fine. I can see why people want to put Thorn in B tier or A tier. I can understand it. Osa's annoying, but she isn't fantastic. Zofia, I think her gun has way too much recoil. That's a personal thing, though, I guess. Maestro, I can understand people wanting him at B or A. Understandable. He's like fine. I think it's fine. I think Echo is a better version of Maestro, personally. I think people are going to be surprised by a Lion being in C. I don't think Lion's good. I think if you're using Lion, you're just absolutely wasting a potential better pick. Like, his main weapon isn't even that good, and his ability is kind of shitty, in my belief. Anybody that's roaming is going to stand still. That's probably going to be good. If you're inside, you don't even have to stand still. Just do whatever the hell you want. Like, it's not that good. People just, like, stop moving always, but you don't have to stop moving. Grim, I think his ability is pretty shitty, personally. I haven't found much use in it. I tried manning him recently, and it was fine, but, like, it wasn't because of his ability. It was because of his weapon, which IQ has, and it's fine. Moving on, these people just straight up... The reason the Amaru memes exist about, it's 5-5, next point wins, don't rush. Dude, I have an idea. Rushes with Amaru, gets killed instantly. They exist for a reason. It's just not great. Guns are fine. Thunderbird can heal people, like I said. If you're using sniper rifles in a one-shot headshot game, there's something wrong with you. But, I mean, if you're good with Kali, you're good with Kali. If you're good with Blaz, you're good with Blaz. Whatever. Do what you want. I absolutely cannot stand Flores' ability. First off, he has DMR, which, again, Xbox. But he also has the gun that Thatcher shares, which it's a fine gun. It's good. It's whatever. It's fine. Whatever. It has low ammo, which is the thing that I don't like about it the most. The thing I absolutely hate about Flores is his ability. My man, let's go ahead and rework this, Ubisoft. Just listen to me real quick. Make the drone smaller. Make it faster. And for the love of God, you can control like where it's going, either backwards, forwards, or whatever. And I think it can already jump and everything like that. Whatever. Just please, for the love of God, change that. And then Flores will be the new grenades, and he will be invaluable and needs to go to S tier. Please do that. He can be the new grenades, because y'all nerfed grenades heavily. And then F tier, I mean, Blackbeard, listen to me, I have an idea. He used to be an absolute monster. Upon his release, he was unstoppable. But now that we've released all of these characters and then maps have changed, I argue revert Blackbeard back to how he was in season 1, right when he was released. That's what I argue. I think he should be reverted back to his original place, because now I think people can try and outplay him more. I could also say, like, bullets don't do a lot of damage to him, but maybe impact grenades and nitro cells do a lot more damage to his shield. That's all I'm saying. I think we can do a bit better with Blackbeard. I think his gun might need to be buffed a little bit. I think he's already a 2-speed, 2 health operator. I think when he puts his shield on, I don't think it should give him like a nerf to his speed. I think it should still be the same speed. Caviera is a person who downs in a game where you want to get kills. So, I mean, that's just kind of obvious why she isn't great. I have a personal vendetta against Clash and Clash players. If you're playing Clash, I hate you and your family. Yeah, these two characters I think might actually be the two worst characters in the game. I hate Finka. I think her primary gun, the same one that Thunderbird has, I think it needs to be buffed. Also, when Finka pops her boost, my screen turns blue on the sides. I'm not a fan of that. I also get like veiny things on the side. Really not a fan of that. The most annoying thing about Finka, though, when she pops it, the only thing I can hear for the straight, 8 seconds of it is just like I just sniffed an ounce and a half of cocaine. Why was that a thing? Like, the only thing I need from Finka is just like someone saying in my ear, like, Finka boost activated, and then my health goes up, and then maybe a little like a little blue dot on the side that's like running around. You know what I mean. But that's like all I need from Finka. I don't need my screen turning blue. I don't need my heart beating in my ears. I quite literally, like a week ago, was playing, and I died because Finka popped her boost, and I couldn't hear anything. That's the straight up, I'm being legit. I died because of Finka. So, not a huge fan of that. Oryx is, I think, the only character in this game whose ability hurts himself. I don't know why they made Oryx's ability. I think he needs a new ability. I think they actually need to rework Oryx. His whole thing was like making a hole and like making rotates. It hurts him, number one, and he has a shotgun, so it didn't even need that. Like it's mind-boggling. There's no point. y'all, they need to treat him better. They need to treat my boy better. Go ahead and rework, please. Also, him hitting it on people is surprisingly a lot more difficult than it seems. Like, people can actually dodge it very easily. So for the love of God, dodge. Anyways, that's my Rainbow Six Siege operators tier list. If you want to argue, please try and argue. I'll try and give what I think in comments below yours. So please comment away. I want to try and communicate on this. Yeah. Have a good day, y'all.